Happy Monday, everyone. It's time for marbling. I've got a fly in here that's already driving me crazy. So I have a brand new microphone. Hopefully it is working well. As I open plastic, it's a good test. Did I drive everybody nuts? All right. Hello, hello. Let's see if I can find it on my iPad. And there it is. Look at that. Hi, Diana. Hi, Pat. How are you today? It's a little warm out here as usual. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. We're going to be doing, it may go quick tonight. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to be doing little sets. I'm going to do a bodysuit, a baby bodysuit, and then the shoes to match. So that'll be a new little set that I'm going to sell together. And I have one on the board already that I need to print it on. And so I just have to partition off the tank a little bit. Hi, Shelly. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone had a wonderful week, great weekend, and we survived Monday. That's about all I could say. I could not type today. I was clicking all the wrong things. I got lotion on my skirt very first thing when I got to work. So that was my day. All day. It lasted all day. So, but that's okay. I'm home now and get to do fun things. And it took me forever to get home. I had remembered I forgot to tape off the soles of the shoes while I was at work today. And so I had to rush home, eat really quick, and then tape them off. Just like I had plenty of time yesterday. I just didn't remember. So, okay. I am going to go ahead and get started. Let me get up close and personal as I turn you around. So you can see the tank. Okay. Yep, I can see comments on the iPad for now. Of course, I got home and the iPad, which had been plugged in all day, nobody using it, and it said low battery. I'm just like, what is it with the batteries today? So let me just do a quick swipe of the tank, and then we can get started. Let's see, I better get the trash can over here. I actually have a liner in the trash bucket this time. I have my paints out here. The only thing I'm not 100% sure of is if the water will be deep enough for the sneakers. And I'm thinking it might not be. Nah, there's no way that's deep enough. So I will end up draining this, and then we'll do the shoes. I was trying to think of where else I could put the, so I don't have to drain this all the way. I'll find a spot so we don't have to wait for that whole thing. So now what colors? I want to start off with one. Do I want to do all generic, like yellows and greens? Or do I want to do, I know what I want to do. Do I want to do pinks and blues? What are your thoughts? I know, I really want a pink one. I really want a pink one. That would be so much fun. And then I wish I could do like a camo color. But I need to work on that. I need to get a good sage green. I need to mix them. So we're not doing camo today, but that's on my list. I think that would be so fun. And I think it might go over well here. So I agree, Shelly. I want to do a pink one. So do I want to just do, you know, your typical pink and blue tonight? And we could do more of these after I see. Yeah, pink and blue. Because on the little girl one, I intend to bling the toes of the shoes. It should be fun. They look so cute when they're done. So let me get my pinks out. Let's see. Where are my colors? I feel like I'm missing a few colors. I don't know where they would be though. Can you all hear me well on this new microphone? Oh, pink camo would be cute. Oh, that's great idea, Shelly. I will write that down. Can you hear me okay? Even when my back is turned? Oh, good. Thank you, Diana. Great, thank you. I always worry about that. Oh, this is the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Found it. Okay, and my white. Okay, so let me measure here. This is my little board with the little baby bodysuit on it. I have to keep it like this so when I press it down into the water, it doesn't get all floppy. And this is the best way that I have learned to do it. And I have places I can grab it and then I won't leave fingerprints anywhere, so I do have to wrestle it off. So, oh, I was measuring. Gosh. Guys, gotta help me. So let's see. So here, hi Tracy, how are you? So if I go here, just past that mark, then actually I can just do half and half. I was going to try to do all three, you know, the shoes in here, but it's just not going to work. So I am just going to get a piece of newsprint and I'm going to tear a strip. We'll just put it right in here halfway. Oh no! Oh, that doesn't sound fun at all, Tracy. Gosh darn. I am so sorry you have to go through that. I am such a wimp when it comes to medical stuff that anybody who has to have any medical just kind of freaks me out. All right. So we're going to do both sides. Now the next question is, do we want combed or freestyle? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of randomly dropping these. And I'll be sure to leave the paints that I use for this out so I know exactly that they will match right. because I'm famous for putting them all away and then go, ooh, which one did I use? That's right, we'll send our prayers. Not fun. Do you know when that's going to be yet? That silly fly was just landing on my ear, of all things. Rude little thing. PET scan first. Ugh, not fun. I found out recently my brother just had a stroke. And he goes through the VA, and they turned him away at first and said, no, you didn't. It wasn't that. And he was fairly certain it was. And they wouldn't call for a whatever scan he has to have. And they sent him home, and then he went to a different he went to the non-VA place. And they said, oh, yes, you've had a stroke. We better send you to see, whatever the specialist is for that. And, of course, he still hasn't been in, and this happened in the early part of September. I am not a fan of our VA system. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. So did we decide if we want to comb is, you have to be awake during surgery? Oh my goodness. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Do we want to freestyle or comb? Get fly. Shall we freestyle both of these? Let's do. There we go, Diane. I'm right there with you today. I really want to comb it, but freestyle will be fun. Small surface, so I do want to make some smaller lines. Right, Tracy? That's what I'm doing. So this is brand new water. Just mixed it yesterday. And it's still kind of breaking apart like it's contaminated. That usually happens after it's been used many times, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Perhaps I didn't get the tray clean enough last time I used it. Now the hard part is going to be getting the same amount of swirl on both sides, so one isn't more swirly than the other. Yeah, these are my favorite two colors together. I have a magenta and a crimson and white. That's what these colors are. You'd think the magenta, it looks like the crimson and white is the magenta and white, but it's not. But they match well together. So we'll leave these out. As I said, all right, let's see. I just really don't want any super large blocks of color on these little bitty pieces. I mean, they're not that tiny, but they're definitely not very big. I was watching some paint pouring today at lunch, and the paint pouring community has picked up some of the marbling techniques. They get a skewer, they get a comb or something, then they drag it through. Makes me laugh. Let's see. All right, here we go. Yeah, I probably wouldn't pass out. I might hyperventilate and faint that way. Yeah, I might faint that way, but I just would wind myself up so far that it wouldn't even be funny. So, okay, here we go. Side one. Okay, and now I have to pick it up and flip it over. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. Okay, now the fun part is trying to get it off of here. And then I have to dry this off and then wrestle the next one back on. Okay. Oh, that fly. Oh, it looks so cute. Give it a good rinse. Oh, it does such a good job. The seams, the side seams look great. I should have brought my little hangers out here and hung it up on the rack. I'll probably switch them to hangers afterwards. All right, let me rinse this board off. Just want to get as much paint off of here as I can before I wipe it down. And I put the blue tape along the edges because this stuff can be kind of sharp. This is actually a cutting board that I cut up. I mean a cutting mat. Put it over here and dry it off. It has to be nice and dry because if anything gets wet, it will not accept the paint. So I'm just drying it off. And then I'll just set it down. Make sure there's no water in the tape. Okay, So now I'm going to go ahead and clean this tank up, and then I'm going to just let that sit there. And after I get the tank clear, then I'll put that on the board. Oh, that's so much fun. I love doing baby things. I was thinking the other day, you know, I've tried to do camisoles, you know, that the girls wear, the little camis under their shirts, and I just really didn't like the way it took. And so I was thinking, I wonder how a tank top would do. Yeah, stupid bug. I was at Walmart yesterday, but they didn't have any right there quick, and I wasn't going to go wandering around. I was ready to get home. And I wasn't going to go wandering around to try to find it. Probably could do it in a little girl's size, but you never know. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I can't wait to show you how it looks hanging up. Guess I'm just a little traditional. I love pink anyway, as you know. Use this little piece. Have to check the edges, see if there's any pink along the edges. All right. Yeah, there's a little bit here. Big old bubbles. You know what I think of bubbles? Not impressed. There's a shot I want to get on my camera. I saw this one online somewhere, and I want to recreate it. It was a fall scene on a pond, and it was very, very still, and they had these gigantic bubbles floating on the pond. It was gorgeous. And I have wanted to recreate that for years. And it's always, whenever I try to do it, it's too windy or the bubbles pop right away. But I still want to try that again one day, because it is so cool. We have a couple stubborn bubbles down here, little bubbles of paint. See them? See the two dots right there? Can you see it? Right here. We're just hanging out in there, and I said, no thank you, you must come out. Oh, I ate too fast, I'm getting heartburn. Let's see, I think I'm going to do it one more time, because we definitely don't want the pink to show up in the other one. So tell me what you did this weekend. Who did something fun? I finished my little zipper pouches. Now I can start sewing on the top for my daughter and work on the quilts. We will soon have baby number 2. I won't start making the quilt until I know it's a boy or a girl, because they don't peek. This one, I think, is a boy. Could be wrong, but that was my thought this time around. This is my boss. She's having her second child. The first child was the inspiration for the bean box. All right, I have my paper ready to barricade off the 2 parts. Now, let's check this. Oh, it feels very nice and dry. Both sides. Just giving it one more rub down just to make sure. All right, now I'm going to wrestle the second one on. And these little shirts are to 0 to 3 months. I have some bigger ones, but I thought this would be fun for a little baby gift. Of course, the itty bitty ones are always so much fun, even though they don't wear them very long. And if I'm missing your comments, I apologize. I have my back turned. I would show you how I'm doing this, but I don't have the camera over here, and I only have one camera. But it's just literally a wrestling match to get it on here. Snapped up. Here we go. Number 2 is ready to be beautiful. And I like to make sure the shoulders are all nice and smooth up here. All right, piece number 2 ready to go. Okay, so put the paper in. Let's see. Select colors. Should I do blue or blue and green or just blue? Let's look at some options here. Anybody have a thought? Just blue? Oh, I'm so sorry you had to spend time in the ER. Oh, I'm glad you were able to relax yesterday, though. Let's see here. Let me test these colors. They may be too similar. It's kind of a gray blue. Oh, those might look okay together. Here, I'll hold it up and let you look. Here, let me turn the light a little bit. It's just saw a puddle on the floor, but apparently that's one I made. I thought, oh no, am I leaking? But I'm not. Okay. What do you think of that? They're pretty close to the same. Oh yeah, you can see the colors. They might be a little bit too close. Silly fly, get out of my hair. Ooh, maybe we'll use 3. Get out of my ear. This is so hard for me. I really like that one. So let's use that one. I think we'll use these 3. So let me get my white. Get out of here, gosh darn. I just started a brand new roll of paper towels, and it's kind of too big for the holder right now, and it won't turn, and they're tearing all weird. Okay. Whoops, I need to put the divider down. And I have to use the divider so that when I pull this up, all the paint here doesn't move down to try to fill that area. All right, here we go. My husband was mowing the yard today. Apparently he let flies into the garage. How dare he? I'm being very careful to look for any pink that may be floating on the surface. There's a little bit under the surface, but that doesn't hurt anything. There must be a chunk of paint in there, in the tip. And you know what's going to happen. And when I'm squeezing it like I'm doing right now, it's going to all of a sudden go through, and then I'll waste a whole bunch of paint. Let me find that pin and see if I can clear it a little bit. There, that's so much better. For a second anyway. Excuse me if you can hear my burping a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to use some cyan blue. Maybe. Whoa! Now this one's coming out somewhere along the top. trying to clear that out of there. Come on. Cooperate, please. I wonder if I ordered a bunch more tops and kind of rotated the tops around, if that would work. Take them off after every event and then put clean ones on, clean out the old ones. That might work. Because whatever's there just keeps getting right back in the way. And I can see it, the pieces floating in the tank. There's a big one right here. And then there's one right here. There we go. So I'm fairly certain that's what's causing the problem. Okay, let's use the next. This one is indigo blue and white, and indigo has a little bit of a purple base to it. I keep thinking I am going to mix an indigo and another blue to make it a little more blue than purple. I'd love to have a true navy. Come on. Frustration. All right. And now the light blue. And I don't know what that is because the ink has worn off the bottle. But this one will drip. Well, she says that and then it stops. Let's put in a little bit more of the blue, the cyan. Keep knocking the paints over with the ties on my apron. So frustrating. Between the paint and that fly. Nothing. Yeah, I think I will order some more tops. Okay. So I will put these colors at the other end of the tank. And those are for my shoes. And let's go ahead and do this one freestyle. Oh, I forgot to bring my water out here. Getting kind of thirsty, all this talking. Hopefully the light indigo doesn't look too purpley when it's printed. Part of me wants to throw in a little bit of teal in here, but I don't know how many people believe teal would be a good little boy color. Put that paper towel down before I drop it in the tank. Oh, here's some more of that dried paint down here. If you see me shaking my head, it's because that fly is on my ear. There we go. Get out of here, fly. You are not welcome. Yesterday we went to the gym and then we went and ran a few errands, and when we got home we made homemade pizza, and after I got all that done and dinner was over, I kind of forgot to do anything else. Didn't tape off the shoes, I didn't put my notification on for today. It's just like, I don't know. Guess I thought I just needed to be a lump. I got up yesterday morning and sewed the last, I think I had 6 of those little zipper pouches to get done. And I sewed those before I did anything else. All right, let me look at it in the screen. Oh, I hope these are good colors. Do I need anything? Do I need to add anything, do you think? Shall we just go ahead and try it? Some lint on it. Okay. All right. I think that looks pretty good. It does look a little bit purpley, that indigo, but not terrible. We'll see how it dries. I probably should have used the actual indigo instead of the light indigo. Okay, into the tank, or into the rinse bucket. Oh my gosh, guys, that is so stinking much fun. Okay, let me try to get it off of the board. the upside of working in the garage. It can drip on the floor. If we ever sell, then we'll have a colorful garage floor. All right. Here we go. Oh, it's so cute. I'll go hang it up. Oh, both of them just printed so nicely. Oops. That makes me so happy. And you know, when I very first tried this, I didn't use a form to keep them out nice. I just tried to lay it down, and then they were floppy, and it just didn't take well. But now that I know how to do them correctly, it's so much better. Well, I don't know if correctly is the right word, but I can get them to come out consistent and nice. It's just like doing t-shirts. I need to do some more of those too. I have to do those in my giant tank though. And funny enough, I don't like mixing water. I don't like mixing water, and I don't like mixing paint. But after that, I love doing this. So I did three 3-gallon bottles yesterday. It really didn't take too long. And I just put on my book on tape and listened to that, so I don't have to listen to the big, I have one of those commercial stick blenders, and I use the 3-gallon or 5-gallon buckets and mix one bottle at a time. And I need like 8 to 10 to do my great big tank. All right, one more piece of newsprint. Well, they do look cute hanging over there. Gonna definitely have to work on that camel colors. I need to get something that is camel colored. I have a pair of fatigues somewhere. I think I may have long since sent them to the thrift store because I don't think my booty would fit in them any longer. Okay. So if there's a little bit of paint left on the surface here, it doesn't matter because as I drain it, it will just all mix together. So let me get that started. Let me get the tank out here. Actually, I'm going to put it in the bottles. I'm afraid if I use the tank, then I might not be able to lift it to the counter or to the table. So you'll get to see how this is done here. So there's a drain down at this end. And I have a funnel in the bottle. And I have to pay attention. I've walked away before and overflowed the bottles. It doesn't really take too long. Need to grab a couple pieces of wood to elevate that one end. Okay, I'm just at the other end of the table here. And my phone case so far has held up very nicely. I'm not super rough on them though, because I'm just worried. It's got 3 coats of a sealer on it, but I don't know if it'll scratch off super easily. So I'm just watching these bottles of water, or this one fill. And then as it gets close, sometimes it's hard to tell. And I just block it off with my thumb. And I put the funnel in the next bottle, and it, oops, there goes the top. Let's see, I need to get mine. I have a squeegee that I use. Just use gravity. I just keep tilting one end. So this isn't taking too long at all. You know, I almost think I could have elevated one end and then printed at this end. You wouldn't have been able to see it though. And the silly phone holder is so hard to get on and off the table that I wouldn't be able to just move it quickly. Okay, there's bottle number 2. Sometimes when I'm cleaning the tank, like at the end of a show, I generally don't take this tank with me anymore. It's just so hard to find the room to have this one. This is the one I originally made for scarves, but I can do so much more with it now. I'll do pieces of fabric. I could stand to have it be a little bit wider. I have a towel that I bought. I don't even remember where I bought it now. A kitchen towel that I want to try, but it's too wide for this, and it's too long for the bandana tank. So it has to be done in the great big one as well. Told my husband we need one that's like half the size of the great big one. But I just set it all up and then drape the fabric up over, or the plastic up over something. So I still only use half of it. Okay, we're almost done here. And then we'll get back to it. We'll do the shoes. Try not to waste any of this. The seaweed powder is quite expensive. All right, that is good enough. Get the top that I threw over on the floor here. I will take it outside and rinse it. But for now, I'm just going to move it out of the way. It's heavy, especially when you grab it in an awkward fashion like I just did. Okay, now take one of those. Let's get you turned around. Oh, I guess you can see that, can't you? Oh. There we go. It was yelling at me. Okay. Let me get room here to work. We run around and get a bottle. This water is heavy. It's so weird when usually when I travel to big shows, I'll have 10 bottles of water. So that's 30 gallons. And I can feel it in the trailer versus when I don't have that much in there. I think that'll probably be enough. I'm going to put a little more in just to be sure. You know, they are little high tops. I'm sure that's enough. If I elevate the level of the water a little bit, you might be able to see it easier. All right, we're going to call it good. All right, get a paper towel. Try to get a paper towel. And we will do, I better get some of these bubbles out of here. Let's see, I see a little bit of a piece of thread in there. Okay, now I need to get another paper towel. That's much better. Okay, there's the white. Doesn't take, oh, look at that. You see that big old piece of blue that came out of there? That came out of the tip of the bottle. Much less surface space here, so it's not taking nearly the paint. Oh, and look at that. This light blue one does not want to float in here. It's all sinking. Now, what would cause that? Isn't that just bizarre? Craziness. So let's not drip it. Let's see if I can get real close and see if it'll float. No, it's just absolutely sinking. Oh, the joys of marbling. And I put them in the exact same order as I did in the big one. What have I done with my... I lost my skewer. Oh, fell into the trash can. All right, we're just gonna have to go with it like it is. And once again, I'm gonna just freestyle, but I have to be very aware that these shoes are teeny weeny. I mean, there is a tiny bit of that light blue in here, but very tiny. And I do both shoes at the same time. I do that on the larger ones as well. All right, I'm trying to, oh, gosh darn it. This blue tape, I always use electrical tape because it sticks so much better, but sometimes it will, hold on. All right, here we go. I just brought it out because I try very hard to not get any paint on the sole of the shoe at all. And this blue tape, this is actually a Scotch painter's tape, and it is not sticking at all. And I've taped off the bottom just in case I get wild. All right, I think we're ready to go. Just making sure that tape is down everywhere. Here we go, they actually go like this. And into the rinse bucket. Oh, they look so cute. Let me put them on this piece of wood. I'll pull the stuffing out of them. And these little shoes are a size 1. Usually I do 0s, but these are 1s. Let me rinse that one again. Okay, I'm just gonna go put them over there. I'll bring you over here later. All right, clean this up. They do look super cute. Look at all that paint. I could do this in a smaller container, but I like having plenty of paint to know I'm going to get a very good coverage on the shoe. So let me do that one more time. And if I waste a little paint, so be it. I'm very particular about how it looks. Now I see quite a bit of blue right here, but that's under the surface. There's some more of that blue coming out of the bottle. Let me do one more time with newsprint. That looks pretty good. Just a couple bubbles. All right, let's do the pink ones. You know, I wonder if that light blue needed more room in the tank. In the big tank, oops, a trip over bottles here. I didn't put nearly as much white in. Look at this. At least it is expanding. I just can't drop it from up high. Marbling is definitely an adventure. We really don't have a lot of humidity today, so that's not it. It's not super hot, it's warm. I think we got into the 90s today. So I'm gonna have to be patient and let it expand. You know, I have problems being patient. Just set a few of these back in the box and look away from that so I don't end up watching a pot try to boil. So I want to try a pink camo. I want to try a camo. Wouldn't that be cute for twins? And if I can get a good navy, I need a good navy, then I could do like Seahawk colors. I can do other sports teams. My imagination is about to take off. And the way I do this, I move the paint all around and then I'll pick the spots that I like best, and that's where I'll put the shoes in. All right, let me grab them. Let me check them, make sure everything's staying in place. That blue tape is just worthless. And I try to always just hold my fingers on the tape. All right, here we go. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to set these right over on the rack and then we'll look at them when I take you down off the stand. I don't want to risk dropping another one. Because I just got, when I dropped it, it got just a little bit of paint on the inside of the shoe. It doesn't hurt anything, but I don't like the way it looks. Oh my goodness. It just makes me want to squeal with delight. Just drying my hands here. All right, let me take you down from the stand. Hold on. Hello. All right, let me turn this around. So look at this. There's the little pink one. And the little pink shoes. I know I'm in the light, it's hard. Look at the toe on there, or the tongue on those. So there's the front. Let me turn this around. Get it up there. And there's the back. Has a cute little swirly right on the bum. And then here's the blue one. This is still backwards. Hold on. Let me turn it so I know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Let me turn the light around. See if I can do it a little bit without dumping my iPad. So there's the blue, and then here's the little sneaker. See, there's the little bit of blue that went inside when I dropped it. Here's the other one. Oh, those are so stinking cute. And I'll just let them sit there. And tomorrow, probably when I come home from work, the shoes will be dry. I bet the little tops are dry by in the morning. I'm going to hang them on hangers and hang them up on this rack so it gets a little bit of separation here. But there they are. Oh my gosh. That was a ton of fun. Okay, guys, I've got to, I was going to show you. This is where how I put the tank. I just leaned it against the table. And I'll take it out and rinse it and then bring it in. I have a place on the other side of the garage where I just lean it and it dries. Now I have to empty or clean and empty this one by hand. And so I better get to it. So thank you for joining me tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Every time you're here, even if this is your first time, I so appreciate you. So take care, everyone. Have a wonderful week. And remember, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it might just make their day. So take care, everyone. Have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye. How do I get off?